Hello everyone, I am going to be showing you, this is basically the flip through for Mary. She's got these sweet dangly little jingle bells, and they sure do jingle. They're just cute little deals here that I picked up at the Dollar Tree of all places. Didn't really expect for that to happen. So that was kind of interesting to find that there. And it actually came in a pack of 2. So yeah, sometimes it can get expensive buying some really pretty things in kind of specialty stores. But other times it's fun to pick up stuff at the Dollar Tree. So I definitely use that in combination. So yeah, I had done a kind of a semi flip through on the previous video, and mostly I guess it was more of a process. So now I'm doing a little bit more of a flip through, even though I have a few unfinished tags and things. But I love that fiber that's peeking through the top. It's not a whole bunch of fibers, but the ones that are just kind of coming through are just enough to make the look very, very sweet on Mary. So yeah, I'm kind of just laying it about in different angles, hoping that you can see the pages and the yumminess and how fat this baby girl is. Love her so much. Definitely love that binding. It's a seam binding closure that I kind of glued on, when I was making the cover. So I kind of did a decent job. I'm proud of that. The way that came out, I really like it. So yeah, you've already kind of seen the gist of it, so I'm not going to really talk a whole lot about I guess the lace and so forth. But yeah, I'm trying to put this in frame so that you could really see the book, because sometimes I feel like I'm too far away when I'm doing, like when I did the process video, I feel like it was a little too far away, and so you can really see everything the way I really want to show it. So yeah, this here, there is a verse on there, and it says, "In thy presence is fullness of joy." So that's one of those pages from that book that I had talked about in my haul that I really wanted to incorporate into this kit, into this book. So along with the kit the kit that I showed in the haul, I also added those pages on some of them. But then this page right here on your left, I've decorated it with the stickers, the foamy stickers that I showed in the haul as well. And I didn't think I was going to be able to use them. And I may yet to use them some more to embellish a little bit more. But yeah, I just felt like by the time I was done with this book, if I actually wait until I'm done, it's going to probably be very close to Christmas, which is not going to really help you if you're trying to get some inspiration. So I thought, I'm like 90% finished with the book, so I thought, let me go ahead and just do the flip through video while I have a chance. And so that is a little lyric there, "All the way my Savior leads me," it says. And it just so happens to be a little piece. It was not even on purpose. It just kind of worked out that way, which is what we call a happy surprise, which is always lovely. And then this is a bigger doily. I've got like all these different sizes. But yeah, I also want to put some jewelry, more jewelry. I've done a little bit of, I put few little elements here and there, buttons. Of course, you've already seen these buttons, but I've actually sewed them on to the paper card, and I like the way it looked with the thread. So, and of course, this is the first day of Christmas, and it's got that image from that little book that shows the 12 days of Christmas. There's that decorated page that I had decorated in the process video previous to this one, and so I just wanted to show you what that looked like in the scheme of things as I'm going through the pages a little bit quicker, or not quicker, slower rather, you know, kind of going over it a little bit better. And this actually does not have a year anywhere. I kind of read through that little fine print in the middle, and still couldn't figure out what date was, but if I had to guess, that has to be at least from the 90s, maybe even the 80s, but I'm guessing more like 90s. But yeah, it looked already very distressed, and then of course I distressed it some more and put some washi tape, and this page here, I've kind of glued the corners around it to make a pocket, and so I've put 2 tags on this pocket, and I wanted them to kind of stick out, the tops of the tags on the side of the book, so that I can put these metal little like grommets or whatever and put some dangling jewelry from that. So yeah, I may or may not do like a 5-minute video showing that after I do it, just because I think it would be fun. But yeah, we'll see, because Christmas time is very busy for me. I know it is for a lot of people. I've got some Christmas parties to attend to. One is a group of ladies that I get together with on Wednesdays at the library to do arts and crafts, and and then another one is the children in Sunday school. But anyway, look at this tag. Look at this. Now that looks like a netting, and I actually got that like a while back, and I kept it because I just liked it, you know, and it just, that black netting is just really cool. But actually it was holding a smoked turkey, you know, the ones that are already prepared, and so it's kind of like the ones that hold the fruit, you know, that in the supermarket sometimes you have a bag of fruit and it's held together by like a little netted bag. Well, it's kind of like that, except the netting is black and then it's bigger. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, the point is bigger. So anyway, I just really love it. But yeah, here I'm showing how the doilies are different. You know, this is bigger doily, and then this is the smaller doily, and that smaller doily, I mean, I like both, they're beautiful, but the smaller doily is more intricate, and it had more texture, so I really loved that. And then there's that velvety kind of ribbon that I used to back that little book image. And then anytime I have a little rip or anything, I used to get so upset, and now I just put a little piece of scrapbook paper, kind of like washi tape, and it's a joy. So anyway, I had made this one into a little pocket, so I made this little tag. It's like a little skinny tag with a little button on the top. It's like one of those little round, like gumdrop looking kind of buttons, and like in gold, because it's like 5 golden rings. So on the 5th day of Christmas. Then I found some lace that was not too like sweet and precious, because even though this book is really, in my opinion, I think it's very pretty, you know, the type of lace that I choose has to kind of go with the whole book. And so some lace could be too delicate or too pretty, you know, like precious kind of, but that one was a little bit more rugged and fun and sporty-ish. So I thought that went a little bit more with this book. And then on the bottom here is the cars. I had talked to you about these when actually the previous video shows me actually putting together these tags. So, but this is a little Christmas tree dangling from one of the strings there, the 2 strings on this signature. This is the center of the first signature, and it's got like a little bit of snowflakes on it. And I got it from Michael's. It was like in a little kit that I think you put like in little charms inside of like a little globe looking thing that you can hang on your neck. So it's really small. And but anyway, I'm not planning to do that, so I thought that would be kind of cool to have it hanging there. Love that red button. So yeah, there's that little car sticker on the bottom, and I layered those stickers in the middle because that one that's the girl ice skating, it was just too beige. It needed like a little mat behind it, and so I found a sticker that kind of fit and gave it like a little border, and so I layered there the stickers. So that's fun to do when you can do it right. You know, it's not easy to layer stickers nicely, but that came out cool, I thought. So yeah, this is another one that's got that grommet. I probably used those metal eyelets. I call them grommets, but I think they're eyelets. And yeah, but I my intention for these that are kind of peeking out of the page is to put dangles on it, and so I think that's going to make that look really cool. And so this is a little flip out, but what I did with this flip out is instead of sewing it onto the page, I first sewed the tag and then glued. And I love this spread. The colors kind of go together, and then these are fabric tags. So they're actually, I got me a nice little fat quarter, and I didn't tea dye it because I remember I was kind of in a pinch trying to hurry up, and I went ahead and did what I did is I got a plate and I put the distressing ink on it just from the pad, just kind of like put some on that plate, and then a little bit of water, and then kind of stained it with that. So it's like a faux tea stain, but it was kind of a little quicker because I didn't have to boil water and then steep tea and all that, because it was kind of a little quickie. So I love this flip out. It's the end of the first signature. I thought it came out really cute. And then the second signature, thanks be unto God for his unspeakable gift. Merry Christmas. So again, incorporated that page from that book that I talked about in my haul that I really wanted to incorporate. There again is a pretty tag that I made with some ribbon, and of course it's sewn all around. And I just think that's really pretty ribbon. Got a couple different textures to it. And then there's another little tag that I actually attached to it. So it's kind of a layered tag. And then that little deal there is kind of popping out of the page a little bit on the corner pocket. And I like the way that overlaps. So, and then there's the next day of Christmas, which I can't remember what it is, but I think, was it 7 swans swimming, maybe? 'Tis the season. So yeah, these little images are cut out, that I cut out from a scrapbook paper. And so some of them I tea dyed, and then some of them I didn't, thinking I didn't need to, and then I ended up having to go in and use a little bit of the distressing ink and trying to make it look not so stark white. But I thought they came out really cute with the cars. Now this is a little piece of scrap that I put inside this little glassine type bag, and it's actually a piece of that really pretty paper I showed in the haul video, couple videos back, and I just think it looks really pretty when it peeks through there. I actually started a second junk journal for Christmas, and I've already made the cover, and so I did make a cover out of that lovely paper that my husband got me at the Galleria Mall. And so I am planning on working on that at some point. Like I said, hopefully it'll be before Christmas, so we will see about that. Then we've got this other tag right here. I love this spread and the way the colors are coming through. As you can hear, the noises around me have begun. I think you can clearly hear my dog drinking water, but anyway, I guess you could say hello to Champ. So then we have this other little flip out, which again, I want to put a little like eyelet so I can have some hanging jewelry from it. I like how pretty that little tag is. It's little Jack Horner sat in the corner eating his Christmas pie. He pulled out a plum. What is it? He stuck in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I." And I love that little rhyme. That's part of that book, that little book of the 12 Days of Christmas. And I told my son that reminded me of him, and it sure does. He had an important presentation for school today. He's at the university. Look at that little snowflake. Isn't that pretty? Little snowflake and a little gold button. I kind of mix the metals. I kind of put some silver color and some gold and even some copper color, like a reddish metal there, because yeah, I mean, it's not like a super formal, you know, it's kind of a, I don't know, it's slightly rugged, slightly, you know, and yet it still has sweetness about it, I think, this little book. So anyway, there's some fabric that I attached to this tag, and then put some of the stickers that were remaining from, I had used so many of the stickers at the beginning of the book, but I was afraid I wasn't going to have enough for later, but I did. I was able to work it out, because I had also made, you know, some little embellishments out of some of the excess, like the little scraps of the scrapbook paper. So yeah, that worked out as decorating, nice decoration as well. So yeah, so then we've got this pretty tag, which I've also have not completed, because, you know, I need to put like little hole at the top and some kind of fiber hanging from it, and so maybe even a little something on the bottom, I don't know. But as it stands, when you put it in this pocket, I love the colors. It just makes it look so pretty, and I just love that little image. But yeah, that's part of that scrapbook paper. And so yeah, basically I found that I like using, you know, repeating kind of patterns, or repeating, you know, using collections, or using things that kind of go together with each other. It just seems to make the books more cohesive. Although the one I'm going to make next, I feel like it's going to be a lot more eclectic. And then like this is totally out of, you know, it's not part of any kit. It's actually a little cutout of a magazine. So I just collaged those little mice. I think they're on a reindeer or something like that, which is kind of odd because, you know, mice are not that big, thankfully. But yeah, so I'm going to paper clip that little tag back in there. I just think it's cute that the little mice are peeking through that little glassine bag. That's why I like it. So yeah, then you go to the next page, and there again, one of those fabric tags that are, you know, they're paper, of course, you know, little card stock, and then I adhered or sewed, or both, with the fabric, but I do have to finish the tops on those. And so yeah, I think that's the 12th day with the drummers, and so that's really cute. I'm glad that it had an image. And then this tag I also made out of just magazine cutouts and some washi tape, and I have to also put a little hole at the top and some kind of a fiber. I like the little stitching at the top, which is really wonky, And then there I ended with another verse, and a gift opens the way and ushers for, oh my goodness, I can't even read right now. I'm trying to read my deal here and I can't. But anyway, it's just I really wanted to incorporate those pages, and indeed I did. So I'm really excited about that. And then you've got this lovely tag here at the end, which is kind of a little 3D-ish, because that piece of embellishment that kind of pops out in the middle, you know, kind of pops out pretty good. And so, but it looks fine. It's actually a little bitty pocket, so if I really wanted to get crazy, I could probably put a little ticket in there or something, but I'll have to figure that out, because it was covering the poinsettia, and I didn't want to do that. So anyway, this was just a ton of fun, and I think it's a little funny, but it's so endearing at the same time, how these little books, you just get so much love for them, and they're just like the cutest little, you know, you feel like they're like your little daughters or something. I don't know. Anyway, I wouldn't know what that's like, because I only have a son, but I think my little books are kind of like my little daughters or something sometimes. But anyway, they're really sweet. I really like it. I had a lot of fun making it. I hope you can comment. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And I hope you can give me a like if you do. That would be very cool.